The idea that the Earth is a sphere was all but settled by ancient Greek philosophers such as Aristotle, who obtained empirical evidence after travelling to Egypt and seeing new constellations of stars. Eratosthenes in the 3rd century BC became the first person to calculate the circumference of the Earth. Islamic scholars made further advanced measurements from about the 9th century AD, while European navigators circled the Earth in the 16th century, and images from space were final proof, if any were needed. So why the hell are there still people like CC claiming that it is impossible for us to live on a globe? Yeah. Go nuts on my nuts. Hi, it's me, Creaky. Let's get straight into it, shall we? I was talking to Lord CALLUM about flat Earth earlier on today, and I was trying to explain the ridiculous concept to him, and I thought, well, who better than our old pal CC to illustrate the window licking, crayon munching, paint chip eating stupidity of flat Earth believers. And if CALLUM looks confused in the thumbnail, well, that's because he is. Are you ready for this, Cal?
Oh god, this'll be fun.
Tidy!
Alright, get right into it. I'm gonna have to get back to 101. Flat Earth.
Ooh, 101 flat Earth? Is this like an entrance exam? Well, 1 and 1 is 2. So yeah, I'd get in easy.
And I love visiting 101 Flat Earth from time to time, because that's where it all began for me.
Oops, 1 on 1. My apologies.
But let's... Alright, do you remember the picture of the space shuttle?
Can you narrow it down at all? There's quite a few.
Supposedly in space.
Why is that funny? What else would they be sending a space shuttle? Muppet.
And it's opening up, and there's a guy in the background, and you can see his big fat head, and he walks in the and he walks right past it.
Walks past what? His head? Are you okay, CC? Do you want me to call anybody for you? Your wife, maybe? Oh, wait.
And then I remember looking up that NASA is one of the biggest purchasers of helium. Why would that be? I wonder, gee.
Well, duh. What else are they meant to fill their party balloons with? Because that's what you and all you flat earthers seem to think NASA is spending its budget on, isn't it? Or is it that NASA uses helium as a cryogenic agent for cooling various materials, precision welding applications, lab use, and as an inert purge gas for hydrogen systems, and as a pressurizing agent for the space shuttle's ground and flight fluid systems?
Could it be possible that the tanks are filled with helium that they're trying to launch off up there because they're not going anywhere? They're just curving into the ocean?
Well, if you're a flat earther, I suppose anything is possible. Apart from reality, of course.
It's unbelievable. You can see the wobbling. You can see the wobbling right there of the freaking shuttle.
Yeah, the shuttle wobbles because it's strapped to a rocket. Now, when a rocket takes off from Earth, you want it to travel as smoothly as possible, both for any people inside and to protect any sensitive scientific instrumentation aboard. But on takeoff, the engines of the rocket really give the rocket a good shake, and since they're increasingly built with lighter materials, which can flex and bend, add to that the liquid fuel sloshing around, and there's a lot of potential for moving and shaking. Maybe it has something to do with the engines, as they push the shuttle towards orbit. The engines consume fuel at a rate that would drain the average swimming pool in under 25 seconds, and they generate over 37 million horsepower. Yeah, 37 million. Maybe that's why the shuttle wobbles on takeoff?
Why do they have speakers at the launch site? Why would they have megaphones at the launch site?
For some banging tunes or some sick beats, maybe? I believe I Can Fly at full volume during takeoff would be very inspiring.
Why would they lie about any of this shit?
Finally, a good question from a flat earther. Why would they lie about any of it?
Why are there reflections of the astronauts with weird shit in the reflections, like people wearing face masks and...
Why are there reflections with weird shit in their reflections? Wow. CC, you really are an eloquent orator. The way you explain things it's so poetic. If William Shakespeare was still alive, well, he'd be worried.
Why aren't there any craters that are created from the rocket that's Apollo 11 that supposedly landed on there? Or for that matter, any of these things that have ever landed on there?
So, I assume you're asking why the Apollo landers didn't excavate a larger crater when they landed on the moon. Well, there are several reasons. Landing rockets seldom make a crater under any circumstances. To do so, they would have to have pushed the soil upwards. To do that, they would have had to blast a concentrated jet of material down through the soil and have it push the soil up from underneath. That's a pressure washer, not a rocket. Rockets don't do that. In a vacuum, rocket exhaust expands perpendicular to thrust much faster than in an atmosphere. That's why engine bells have to be wider to use in space to get the same efficiency. And that means even less exhaust is blasting directly down than would be true on Earth. Now, the LEM descent engine only had 10,000 pounds of thrust at full power and was only running about 20% of that during the last moments of the descent. The LEM was equipped with a 6-foot-long contact probe, like, so it could feel the ground beneath it. I don't know why I went, but I did. It's too late now. But the engine was cut off early to minimise soil disturbance and prevent debris from bouncing around and up and causing damage. So the LEM essentially fell the last few feet onto the surface of the moon.
There's never a blast crater. Never. Perfectly placed, with duct tape and all this other weird shit that's on it. I mean, it really, I mean, it looks so bad. And you look at one of these pictures and you can just right off the bat look at like 15 things. The sun angles, there shouldn't be any shadows, there should only be one. This rock has a C on it.
Oh, if it had had 2 C's on it, you could have claimed it as your own, CC. But hang on a second, for a Flat Earth one-on-one video, you seem to be spending an awful lot of time talking about how you think the moon landing was faked. Anyway, I've always wondered how somebody who has no involvement in the lunacy... See what I did there? Luna. Doesn't matter. I think I need to lay down. Callum, come and take over for me, boy.
Although I think that might have been a made-up thing. But, I mean, yeah, sure, you're going to get a lot of disinformation in there, too, but...
Oh, I don't doubt that. If we're talking about the nonsense you've been talking about, I'm not even smart, and even I know you're talking out your ass. So far, my mind is so baffled by this CC bloke that I refuse to believe that even he believes the stuff he's saying. Because if he did, he would be mental. Or stupid. Or both. It's both, isn't it? Yep, it's definitely both.
There's a lot of truth stuff in there. And once you investigate it, of an agency that was pretty much created in the early 50s, after they figured out that the Earth is flat.
Okay, so... First of all, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Old Callum, I'm Creaky's son, blah 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 blah, nobody cares. I'm not usually one for doing extensive research for my videos, mainly because I'm lazy and I don't actually care too much about proving people wrong most of the time. But that doesn't mean that I don't get more excited than Prince Andrew at a school prom when I see the perfect opportunity to make someone look very, very silly. Yes, NASA was created in the 1950s. Congratulations! You're so smart. You should have a sticker and a lollipop. But, CC, Google's free. Do you realise that? It took me all of 30 seconds to find out that people kind of stopped believing the Earth was flat as far back as the 3rd century. BC. That's before Jesus came down and started hanging round with all those prostitutes on the weekend. Yeah, that's right. I've read your stuff. I know what you're up to. My point is, not only are you wrong, you're 5,000 years wrong. And if you want to blame it on modern science, then you're still at least 300 years wrong. That's just embarrassing, really, isn't it?
And they've been lying to us for all of these hundreds of years. Unintentionally in some cases, but...
Damn, you got me. Gosh darn it, they're lying to us. Of course, my apologies. Please continue. I promise to believe the next thing that comes out of your mouth after making myself look so silly.
You know, without any research, without any investigation, just mathematical numbers that nobody will ever understand, and physics that nobody will ever understand.
Ah, okay. Oh, my bad. I didn't realize that the rules were, if you don't understand it, it's fake or a lie. I'm so sorry about that. With that being said, I might as well have a bit of a clear out. I don't know how this was made. Fake! Camera, charger plug, not a clue. Fake! See this? My name embroidered onto it? Don't know how, actually I do know how embroidery works. But I wasn't there to see it with my own eyes being made, so... Fake!
When you become a physician and you become a doctor, well, you have now become somebody who has to shut their mouth. Because if you don't, you will lose everything.
I mean, you claim to be the expert here, CC. So since you're so smart and elite, maybe you should take their advice, because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure every single person watching would greatly appreciate it if you just shut the up.
Bad, guys. And once again, here we go with the soap opera of the powers to be trying to have us fight amongst each other like little ants, and people fall for it by recalling Dr. Seuss. Okay, I don't even know how they could possibly think of a way of making that a racist thing, but they have.
This guy's making it way too easy for me. This has literally been all over the news. It's not rocket science, which is probably fake, I would imagine. Rocket science, fake? Probably. Dr. Seuss wasn't cancelled by anyone. The Dr. Seuss collection includes over 60 books. They've decided 6 of them contain some quite insensitive racial stereotypes that I will not repeat for you because I'm not stupid and I don't want to get myself in trouble. So no, Dr. Seuss hasn't been cancelled. You just sound stupid.
Okay, Mr. Potato Head. Oh, it's that Mr. that's in there. It's just...
Nope. Wrong again. 2 for 2. Nobody's cancelled Mr. Potato Head. The company have just rebranded. I mean, I don't know why a middle-aged man would be so concerned with a children's toy, but that's none of my business, and here we are. So, Mr. Potato Head still exists. Mrs. Potato Head still exists. The company, Mr. Potato Head, has now been rebranded to Potato Head. That's it. That is literally it. So don't worry, Cece. You can still play with your children's toys, read children's books if you really want to. I don't know why you'd want to, but they're not going anywhere. You weirdo. This guy really thinks he's doing something with the points he's trying to make, but at this point, the only thing he's doing is my head in. So with that said, I've been Lord Callum. If you like what you've seen here, then please jump over to my channel and hit that subscribe button. Thank you, Dad, for having me on and putting me through this type of mental torture. So I'm gonna go now and try and recoup some of my missing brain cells after watching that. I've been Lord Callum, and have a good day. Peace.
Tidy. Don't worry, he's adopted. No, he's not really. Because if he was, we could have given him back. Now, I'm not sure if Lord Callum will have noticed, but CC, a person who studies physics, is called a physicist, not a physician. You douche canoe.
Oh, and how's Cuomo doing? What did you see Cuomo's performance? Boy, he is a character, isn't he?
Now, I don't mind sharing with you that these old years thought that he said Como, and I was wondering what Perry Como had to do with any of this. But it turns out what he actually said was Cuomo. And isn't that the character from The Legend of Zelda?
Yeah, Cuomo is in a bit of a jam right now, but of course he probably won't have anything done because he knows a lot of people in high places. But we'll see what happens. That'll be another soap opera for us to watch because there's really nothing to watch anymore. Just flip on the TV, flip on the news, and there you go. There's your show.
Oh my god, yeah, that's so weird, isn't it? You turn on the TV and there being shows. What the hell are they going to think of next? And I'm feeling like we're talking about 2 different Cuomos.
It's great. I love it. So, you know what, Cuomo? Keep your Emmy. We don't want to ask it because your last performance of you crying right there, just kind of take the Emmy, keep it, all right? We're just going to let you keep it.
Ah, Andrew Cuomo. Who's he? Right, got it. Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York. Oops.
Whether or not you get impeached or whatever the hell it is. And kudos out there for Johnson & Johnson's. JJ, excellent, good job. You're getting out the serum at Rite Aid, CVS, all the good places. Now, my question is, shouldn't it have been there 7 months ago? Isn't that what they promised? And now it takes Johnson & Johnson to do it?
Help. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Oh, fuck, man. I mean, it's just so ridiculous. You got people now fighting over face masks. You got them fighting over racism. You got them fighting over wearing or getting shots. You have to get a shot. You must get a shot. It's the best thing to do.
It's the responsible thing to do. I can't help but noticing these two things. Flat Earthers and other conspiracy theorists bang on constantly about their rights, but you never hear any of them say anything about their responsibilities. And also I can't help but notice that for a Flat Earth one-on-one video, there doesn't seem to be an awful lot of talk about Flat Earth.
You remember when Biden came up? Not too long ago. Yes, that's right. He said we were Neanderthals for wearing face masks. Do you remember that? Yeah, he's changed quite a bit now, right? He wants us to take the 100-day challenge.
Ooh, a challenge. I love a challenge. Is that anything like the Daz Doorstep challenge? No? Fair enough. Or is it that he is your new president and he just wants to create a good impression by making significant changes to the crisis we're all living through right now? And don't bother commenting telling me whether Biden's good or bad, because, well, no, just don't.
Do you see how two-faced these politicians are? Do you see how fake they are? Do you see how much bullshit it is? And it's all because of Flat Earth, and they have to do this under the satanic numbers and the satanic bullshit that they're all involved with. Everybody, look at the Clintons. Oh my God, Jesus.
Ooh, that was a close one. I almost agreed with you then. This is the first time for everything I know. Politicians are two-faced, or at least they can be, and they do lie. But I promise you it has nothing to do with Flat Earth because they just aren't dumb enough to think that the Earth is flat. For the most part. I hope.
33%, that's what they're opening up New York City at. 33%. Not 30, not 40, not 26, but 33%.
33%, eh? Ooh, Illuminati confirmed.
That's great, guys. That's a little wink-wink for us Flat Earthers. To let us know that, hey, we're still there. We're watching you. Don't say something stupid.
Because us Flat Earthers say enough stupid for everyone. Are you really that deluded you honestly think that anybody in a position of power even knows about UCC?
Fuckers. Oh man, I mean it's that bad. And it's something that people really need to wake up and see.
And that's it. As soon as any of them use the words wake up, I'm done. Thanks very much to Lord Callum for joining in the fun today. I hope you haven't lost too many brain cells, boy. Don't forget to head over to his channel and hit the subscribe button. And if you're not subscribed to me, then hello, hit subscribe now. I'm the Creaky Blinder. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Alright, watch this next. But before you do, make sure you subscribe. By order of the Creaky Blinder.